Hi guys, it's Lucy and today I'm going to be doing my 2017 reading resolutions. This video will include some resolutions for specifically my reading and how I look at books, and also for my booktube channel. Yesterday I did a video going over just a bunch of stats about my reading, like genres I was reading, whether I completed my goals from last year, and things like that. So if you want to see if I completed my goals from last year, you can check out that video. This video is going to go into how I want my reading to go in 2017, and I have, I think, 8 resolutions, and let's just get right into it. The first 3 resolutions are kind of in the same vein as last year's resolutions. First, we have my Goodreads challenge. So this year I'm setting my Goodreads challenge to 65 books. I was gonna put up a number, but I don't have 65 fingers. Last year it was 60 books, and I read 62 books in 2016, so I completed that, and I just want to push myself a little bit, but not too much, because I'm not going to get any less busy next year. I'm probably going to be the same amount of busy this coming year, so I don't expect that I'll be able to magically read more. The next resolution is the same as last year. I want to read 6 classics. Last year I did not make that goal, but I was really close, so this year I'm going to make the same goal, and hopefully I can get there this year. Even though I figured out that most of the classics I read this year were kind of duds, I'm still glad I read them. I like being able to say that I read the classics, and they're usually not always duds. And 6 classics is about a book every 2 months, and I think that's manageable. Next, the same as last year, I would also like to do 6 rereads. This year I did not manage to do 6 either. I did do some rereads, and hopefully this year I'll be able to complete it. So now let's get on to some new reading resolutions. The next 2 resolutions have to do with reading diversely. So the 4th reading resolution I have is to read 12 books by authors who are Black. For a lot of people, reading diversely means reading books from people who do not look like you, and I kind of feel the opposite. Not completely the opposite. I still think I should read books about people who aren't like me. I find that I hardly ever read books about or by people who look like me and are Black like me. So this year I want to change that. I realized this year, when everyone was talking about diversity, especially with own voices, people were talking about the importance of reading characters who look like themselves, and I really found that I didn't have a character who I really related to. The closest I came last year was, I forgot her name, but the character from Tiny Pretty Things, especially one section of the book where she talked about her hair, which really resonated with me. But I want to see if I can find that in other books. I know 12 books is not the complete repertoire of Black authors, but it's somewhere to start, and 12 books is 1 book a month, so that is my goal. In a similar vein, my 5th reading resolution is to just read 12 books that are somehow diverse. This can be any kind of diversity. They could be racial diversity, LGBTQ plus diversity, neurodiversity, any kind of diversity. I want to include those, so 12 of those, so again, 1 book a month. My 6th reading goal / resolution is to finish 5 series. I have 20 series that I have started and not finished according to my shelf on Goodreads, and there is the fact that some of those series are not actually finished, but I just want to finish or get caught up in 5 series. I feel like it gives me, along with a lot of people, a little bit of anxiety when you just have all these series that you started and haven't finished, but you can finish, but for some reason you haven't finished, so I want to do that. My last specific reading challenge is to get my physical TBR under 10 books. Tomorrow, I think, or the day after tomorrow, I will be doing the TBR shame tag or TBR shame video, whatever, where I show you all the books on my physical TBR. And I haven't done it yet, but I know that it's way more than 10 and at a number that I'm kind of uncomfortable with, because this year I really failed it wasn't really a resolution, but I just decided that I wanted to buy the same amount of books I was buying before, which was an okay amount, but somehow it got out of hand. I really just blame BookTube. I feel like I have 40-ish, close to 50 books on my physical TBR, which is a number I'm not comfortable with. I know some people are fine with that, but I don't want that many. So I want to read basically 40 of them this year. More than 40, because I am gonna buy more books, but hopefully the idea of keeping my TBR down so low will keep myself from buying so many more books this year, because I would like to reduce my spending on books. And then I have 2 channel-specific resolutions. The first one being that I want to keep my schedule of putting out a video every week. Obviously, the 12 Days of Lucy Reads is a little different, but generally I try to put out video every week, and in November, I think, I made up a schedule that every week a video was going up on Saturdays, and then If I had time, I would do an extra video on Wednesday. So I want to keep that schedule because I do prefer doing 2 videos a week. I just feel like I have a lot of ideas a lot of the time, but sometimes, you know, I just don't have time, so I don't want to force myself into that schedule. But I think 1 video a week is definitely manageable. And my last resolution in terms of my channel is to do at least 1 review per month. I kind of had this loose goal last year and I kept up with it until like June, I want to say, and then I completely fell off the wagon, and I think I did 1 review between the months of June and December. So yeah, I'd like to not do that. So basically I'd like to have 12 reviews on my channel by the end of the year. Hopefully more, but at least 12. So those are all my reading / booktube resolutions for 2017. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. In the comments down below, tell me one of your reading resolutions or all of your reading resolutions, however many you feel like you want to let me know, and we can talk about them in the comments. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!